technologies such as renewables, prioritizing energy efficiencies, utilization of electric vehicles.
Ito mga katingnan, today we are here at Ayala, Makati, and we are waiting for our friends from NLEX Corporation who will take us to Subic via the world-class NLEX and SCTEX to attend the Central Luzon Sustainable Tourism Summit. So let's go and join me as we listen to the presentation during the Sustainable Summit. Let's go! And we are now entering NLEX.
Pala siya nang galing. Mas nauna lang daw siya umalis. Kaya ito na lang daw tayo mag-isa.
Heavenly Father, we come before
We are back to strengthen our hope on sustainable tourism, and this year to look into the practical approaches towards a carbon-neutral future.
About the same time last year, we held the first Central Luzon Sustainable Tourism Summit, which recorded an attendance of 500 delegates from all over the region. Let's take a look back to what happened last year.
Today, we mark a milestone in our journey towards a greener, more responsible travel industry as we participate at Central Luzon Sustainable Tourism Summit. This event is the first of its kind in Central Luzon, which brings with it a number of significant points to emphasize in relation to the roles that we play in ensuring the long-term success and prosperity, not only of this beautiful region, but of our whole country.
Towards a carbon-neutral future, Central Luzon's commitment to sustainable tourism, this summit embodies our collective efforts to balance the region's economic growth with the urgent need to protect and preserve our environment. Our objectives are clear: to deepen our understanding of sustainable practices, foster collaboration among stakeholders, and cultivate innovative solutions that will drive the travel and tourism industry forward, while safeguarding our natural resources and supporting our local communities. The Central Luzon Sustainable Tourism Summit is an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to sustainable tourism in Central Luzon and to pave the way for a carbon-neutral future that has applied these simple yet valuable lessons in our respective communities.
It's really an honor to speak before you, representing our beloved Secretary Maria Cristina Garcia Frasco, on a topic that has been more relevant: the importance of sustainability, and if I may add, regeneration in Philippine tourism. Sounds familiar, Sir JP? As we gather today, we are reminded that the Philippines is a country blessed with unparalleled natural beauty, rich biodiversity, and diverse cultural heritage. From the majestic rice terraces of the north to the pristine beaches of our beloved island and the awe-inspiring marine ecosystems of the archipelago, our country is truly a global treasure. Tourism has always been a powerful engine driving economic growth, providing livelihoods to millions of Filipinos. But, as the great saying puts, with great opportunity comes great responsibility. Tourism is not without its impact. Over-tourism, environmental degradation, and unchecked development have left visible scars on many of our most cherished destinations. We witness this most profoundly with the rehabilitation of Boracay Island, a clear example of how unsustainable tourism practices can lead to the destruction of natural beauty, erode local culture, and jeopardize livelihoods. We must accept that the traditional tourism model of take, make, and dispose is no longer viable. Our ecosystems are fragile. Our cultural heritage is irreplaceable, and our communities deserve more than short-term gains. This is why sustainability is not just a choice, it is a necessity.
September 11, 2024, the SMA Carbon Neutral Future, or our race to carbon neutrality. Why is this significant? Why is this important? Because this is a free-port zone. Later on, we will know why it's very challenging for a free-port zone to even declare this, to even dream of being carbon neutral. SMA aims to become the first carbon neutral economic zone in the Philippines, which will be a game changer for the country's climate action and reduction targets. Climate change has become one of the core development challenges of time that requires urgent consideration. Is that we have 60 hectares of mangrove, 10,000 hectares of forest, 3,000 of which is closed canopy, and of course our ocean, our bay. So we have the corals, the seagrasses. So ito po, these natural resources, these natural gifts that the Subic Bay Free-Port Zone is endowed with will help us. Of new technologies such as renewables, prioritizing energy efficiencies, utilization of electric vehicles, and transforming our buildings to become heat resilient. The Metropolitan Authority commits to contribute to this target by transforming the SBMA to be.
In fact, out of Subic's total area of 67,452 hectares, only 2,800 hectares has been allotted for development between rich and poor economies. Around the world, the average person generates some 4.8 metric tons of carbon dioxide.
And opportunities for developing eco-friendly tourism destinations. Ito, yung carbon na nilalabas, ay siya rin carbon na na-absorb or nawawala sa environment. Kaya siya tinawag na zero, net zero. Kung ano yung nilabas, siya rin ma-absorb. Okay? So hindi tayo nakaka-contribute na more carbon that results to global warming, rapid climate change, because we're able to manage these factors that would allow us to continuously live in a sustainable way. So yan ang tourism. You need to empower tourism stakeholders to contribute to the bigger picture. Kumbaga ba, may papel ka, may contribution ka, right? Tama ba? May gusto natin ng bilang tao na meron tayong kontribusyon.
The SBMA Ecology Mangrove Nursery with planting.
Pamulaklakin Forestry.
Pinatubo Brewery with Delgado Farm.
The Gardens by Pacific Ace.
Alan and Araw Club. Please take note.
We are getting ready to join the tour to Pamulaklakin Forestry. Waiting lang tayo dito. Kasama natin.
So from SBMA Tourism. So how's yung naman po? Summit kaninang maga. Okay, saya. Okay naman po. No? So, any idea about Pamulaklakin? Wala po. So ayun, napakilala ko na po. I'm Miss Les Suaso po, almost 31 years in service. Wow! Huwag nyo na tignan yung hair ko. So, ayun nga po, nandito tayo ngayon, palabas tayo ng aming convention center. Teka lang, ano naman po, ma-enjoy nyo yung ating tour ngayon. And then, while I'm going to Pamulaklakin, magkakaroon po tayo ng short briefing about SPMA and Pamulaklakin. So, ayun, yun, nag-start na po kami sa Pamulaklakin nung umalis yung mga Amerikano. 1992. Sila na po yung mga tao doon, mga indigent, mga Aita. Kasi po mga Aita, di ba, may mga kanya-kanya silang, parang tayo, may kanya-kanyang tribo. Sabi natin sa kanila, kasi nakasunayan nilang tawagin silang tribo, and then ang tawag sa kanila is kulot. Kulot, kung tawagin sila. Tayo mga unat tayo sa kanila. So, ayun, nag-stay sila doon. Doon na rin sila before na panahon ng Amerikano, nandun na sila. So, nasa 500 families na sila. Sila yung mga Aita na hindi yung nanlilibos sa labas. Kasi may support sila from SPMA. So, yung Pamulaklakin, pinirate yun. Para meron silang source of income yung umalis yung mga Amerikano. Malaki po kasi talagang epekto nung umalis yung mga Amerikano. Nasanay sila na may pinibigyan sila. So, kami sa SPMA, nasakop din na yung Pamulaklakin na hawakan ng tourism. Security na po, hindi na po SPMA yan. Kasi po, residential area na po ito. So, ayan po yung mga bahay nila. Ganyan po ang tinatawag niya na spider house. Bakit po? Nasa ilalim po kasi yung mga garahe. Pansinin niyo po. Pare-parehas po sila. Wala po mga bakod-bakod. Ang nagtansa na po. Yung mga bahay natin may mga bakod. Ito, open po lahat. So, ayan. Hindi magandang panahon. So, ayan. Sa mga, naman po ng Pamulaklakin, sa mga puno naman po doon, may mga fruit bearing din sila na mga wild mango, yung mga, pero yung sa Pastulan po, meron pong way doon, bakit sa Pastulan, mga 10 minutes drive lang pero ngayon. So, sa Pamulaklakin po sa Pastulan, meron po silang private company doon, yung solar. May nagtayo po ng solar sa Pastulan. So, ayan po yung mga store nila. Ito yung playground kasi malapit tayo sa school ng Bread International School. So, ayun po. Ang area ng housing nila hanggang sa baba. May forest view. Yung po yung forest view nila. Merong El Cabay Home. Pero pinaka dito, Subic Homes. Meron silang rentals ng mga housing. Ayan, yung vacation villas. May mga binigyan dito. Meron silang available na honeybee ngayon.
House
ay, wala po. Rental lang po. So, mag-ready-ready lang po tayo. 5 minutes. Nandun na. Ayaw mga nakasta ko nila. Nalagyan na yung original. Kasi minsan kasi, sa honeybee po, yung may batang nakukuha.
We are trekking to the village. This is Tatay Kasoy.
Si Milagros po, yung guide natin. Sunod din pong pista, tsaka yung Mama! Kailangan kaya? Oo, explain ako eh. Sunod din pong pista, tsaka si Milagros po yung kasama niya.
That's Tatay Kasoy.
Kasi dinakala ko ni Sarah.
Ayan ang kasi
Okay. Crossing a river.
namin sa Manila. Meron kami sa Aita, pag naglayo naman sa kanita sa mga bata. Yung nangyayari sa
Kala ko baliti lang yung malaki.
Anong pangalan? Payapa 3.
Picture, group picture.
Pwede po ba na nila?
Oo.
Mapo 0.5 ka.
Ano pong puno yan?
Anyatan ba?
Anyatan. Para saan ang gamit?
Sa masakit ang tiyan po.
Pag masakit daw po ang tiyan. Sino daw po masakit ang tiyan? Wala kami. Dalawang linggo.
Kung araw-araw sa puntahan sa pindahan.
Ito pa yung lawaan tree. Lawaan tree. Endemic sa Pilipinas.
Yun po ng US Navy, yung smart, naya at balat lang. Ano na yan po?
Lawaan tree.
Yan po nung araw. Oo, itatay ko po. Pero yung
Gagawa ng pipe si Kuya.
nagawa po namin ko,
Remembran.
ilalagyan ng pinupin ko ilang beses siyang pangmumulo. Ito po yung kaya
Ganun daw, ma'am eh. Pero nakikita nyo naman patandaan na din siya.
Kuya, tumalikod naman siya sa akin.
Yan.
Yan!
Gagawa ka ng pipe.
Pito?
Pito?
Pito. Pagka nagkahiwalay na sila sa gubat.
Ito yung unahin po para hindi kayo ma'am, makitry mo.
Sino magtatry?
Si ma'am po.
Si Man.
Ang ano po, maganto lang po. Hanapan nyo na po siya ng ano. Dito sa inyong maganda. O, dito ma'am dito. Yan, sige. Huwag nyo masyado pisilin ha.
Okay.
Mulaklakin. Plant. Yan. Ito. Yan yung pamulaklakin. Ito pala lusot sa kalsada. Unfortunately, dapat malapit lang tayo but the bridge is under construction so we have to go around and doon tayo punta sa village sila. Yan yung upper village and we're going to the lower village. Good afternoon po.
Opo. Sa tourism ka rin, sir?
Hindi, taga Maynila.
O nga, sa tourism ka rin naglilingkod, hindi?
Hindi naman
Pagka ko magdala kayo ng tao dito.
Sige. Ito pala si... Ano pangalan niyo po?
Tata Kasoy.
Ito si...
Tuminador Liwanag.
Ito si Tata Kasoy. Yan. Saan?
Sa puno. Sa jungle talaga.
Sa puno ng kasoy?
Oo, dahil gubat eh.
Kaya kayo tinawag na Tata Kasoy.
Oo. Basta sabi ng lolo ko, bago namatay, ang alias niya, Kasoy.
Kasoy.
Tuminador Liwanag ang pangalan.
Kaya Kasoy ang pangalan niyo?
Oo, alayo ko ay Kasoy.
Kasoy, si Tata Kasoy. Ilang taon na po kayo?
Magsi-77 ako.
77.
Magsi-70 pa lang. 7.
We're very happy to meet Tata Kasoy, the legendary guide here in Subic. He was featured in Manila Bulletin many years ago. And he's a favorite guide when tourists comes here to Pamulaklakan. Hello, Nanay. Ilan taon na po kayo? 60. 60? Oh, wow. Ang lakas-lakas nyo ba?
Ako, naglalakad po ng malayo.
Ako 60 din eh. Ito, may tungkod na.
Pag medyo masakit ang tuhod ko, sir. Kaya po ayaw kong sumakay, maglakad ako.
Anong pinapahid nyo ba dyan para ipahid ko rin sa tuhod ko?
Ay, wala naman po ako pinapahid. Basta, lakad po. Wag lang po siyang intindihin.
Okay.
Sir, tanungin mo nga po kung anong bahay.
Ano to hon, diet nyo? Anong kinakain niya?
Kinakain mo namin, gulay lang.
Gulay lang. So, talaga isda. Marami din dito yung...
Ako, may native naman. Di ako kumakain ng native naman.
Mga root crop, kamote, kasaba.
Kamote, saging.
Mga dahon ng... talbos ng kamote.
Puso.
Puso ng saging. Gabi.
Gabi po.
Yan.
Labong po.
Sa baboy ramo.
Baboy
ramo kinakain nyo.
Bakit manok na native hindi kayo kumakain? Ay, hindi ko. Ayaw ko kasi pag alaga ko, lalo pag alaga. Pero pag baboy ramo, okay. Makain po ako kasi wild po. Oh, wow.
Ito po, importante po yun. Dry. Okay yung buho. At kami po, para po kami nag-aaral. May papel ka, walang ballpen. Ito po yung pinaka-armas po namin pag nasa bukas. Ngayon, gago po tayo ng isang palito po ng puspuro. Bibigyan natin ngayon ng maliit na butas. Yeah. Ngayon, nalagyan natin ngayon ng maliit na butas. At bibigyan natin ngayon ng maliit na butas, small hole. Yan po. At bibigyan natin ng pinakagatla. O sa English, have the guideline. Po siya. At ito na po, inisip po natin dahil ito po ay matalas. At yung panahon po, paano kakapag-survive po yung babae sa gitin ng gubat, walang doktor, walang midwife. Ito po hindi na siya pwede gamitin dahil ito po ay may kalawang or may titano. Ito ay ginagamit, pinagpuputo ng pusod na bawang silang ng sanggol pag nasa jungle. Para pag-try po nito, para siya gagalaw-galaw, para miski din po siya. Ito po yung flash pan, hindi na ito yung blade fire saw. At ito na po yung tinatawag na, o sa Tagalog, pampalaki ng apoy, o sa English, fire catcher. Siya. At ito na po ay tinatawag na, hindi lang po tao na tubig plate, pati rin po ito. Sa English, fire finger. Para yung bagay niya, para dumikit po siya. At ngayon, dito na po kukuha ng puso. O sa English po, pusot ng buho. O sa English, bamboo saving. Ito siya. Hindi po pwede po pa ganyan. Baka istumako natin siya. Kailangan po po siya. Outcome po siya. Ang unang balat po nito, ayusin po natin. O sa Tagalog, pusot ng buho. Pero sa English, tinatawag nilang bamboo saving. Kailangan po niyan, marami. Ito siya. O sa Tagalog po, yabo-yabo. Ngayon po, aalisin natin yung tinatawag na alikabok o yung aspol. Palalambutin po natin. Pag nilagay po natin ng ganyan, uusok lang siya, hindi siya magkakaroon ng baga. Dahil ito po ang tinatawag na bumabalik sa kanya pinaka-friction. Yung tinatawag na powder. Ayan po. Palalambutin po natin. At yung maliit na butas, small hole, then gatla o sa the guideline, tatapat pa lang natin. At kung nag-iisa ka sa gitna ng gubat, kung lalo na po sa lupa, nakailangan ng 4 na stick. Para pag-try ko nito, para din sa gumalaw. Ngayon, kung may kasama ka naman, pili man ang hawakan. O, ang paghawak po nito, hindi pili ko kumain baka sa sumit. Nasugatan po tayo po ganito po. Sa una po, dahan-dahan lang po siya. Para ka naglalagari. Sa una, dahan-dahan lang po siya. Pabilis po siya. Pag lumiliga po siya ng usok, doon po natin ngayon bibilisan. Hindi na kailangan ng lighter. Hindi pa rin natin para lumaki ako eh.
Parang lighter.
Kapalaki na po eh. Para makapag-survive na po tayo. Ito, 2 linggo na po ito. Pag naano po, pwede mo siyang baliktaran. Ngayon po,
ng baso.
kahit mataas kami tako natin, pag tinagaw natin yung direksyon, mabasag lang siya. Importante, nakahita natin. Dumaplis man, walang pagka-aksidente. Ngayon po siya, flashlight. At sarado po yan. At papantayin po natin. Ito nga po ay basong Pilipino. Kaya tinagda basong Pilipino, yung tinatawag niya pangukong tawagin. Sa iba nakikita ko naman sa inyo, yung iba matawag sa kilong, hindi ka natin yung allowance.
Ayun ba yun? Yung pala yun.
Para matawag sa ilong, parang di bumangga. Kaya sa gitna ng gubat, walang ground table. Wala tayong table. Ito ay ground table. Yeah. Hindi naman tayo ng tubig o kape o soft drinks. Yeah. Hindi mo pwede pa ganyan matatapon. Okay, ground table. Ito lang po, kahit anong klase po siya, soft drinks o coffee, matagal po lumamig. Dahil kung matagal po lumamig, yung pinakatas ng bago, yung pinagbibigay ng pampalasa. O sa English lang po, spoon and fork. Kasama na rin po yung tinidor. Iniisip po natin dahil ito pa'y matalas, para hindi lang po masugatan yung labing natin. kanin, and then sa ulam.
Oh.
Gawin mo po siya. Diba sa ating mga Pilipino, napunta lang sa ibang bansa, marunong gumamit ng chopstick. Yan. Dito po yung chopstick po namin dito po. Sa jungle, isa lang. Diba yung chopstick, dalawa po. Dito po sa amin, isa lang po siya. Ito po, isa lang po siya. Pero ganito po, bali mo lang siya. Nakagawa ka na chopstick. Ito siya. Ito po. Dati naman po yung pagluluto ng ulam pag nasa jungle ka. Pag nasa jungle ka, 4 ang naluluto po sa jungle. Isang sinigang, isang tinola, isang adobo, at isang pakbit. At pang-5 po yung magpapainit ng tubig o magkakape. Ito siya. Kung magluluto ka naman ng sinigang, nauna po yung gulay, kaya vegetable. Kaya baboy, pwede rin po rito, kaya anong isda, o kaya baboy, manok, pwede rin po rito. Hanggang dito yung slice natin yung maliit yung slice ng manok. Na dito po. At yung vegetable, at kaunti na dito lang po yung sabaw. Dito hindi lang po sila lalagyan ng bitchin. Yung sinigang mix. Dahil pinakakatas ng baboy po yung bibigyan ng pampalasa. Bibigyan mo ng kaunting asin siya. Siya. O, lagyan po yung pagluto. Dito lang po yan. At sa magkabilang bilit po rin, sarado po yan. At bibigyan po natin ng pinakatakip. Ito po yung pinakatakip. Para hindi mawala yung pinakatakip, bibigyan natin ng lock. Kasi pag nawala yung pinakatakip, mahirap maghanap ng pasukat na hindi galing sa kanya. Para hindi mawala, bibigyan natin ng lock. Ang bigas po, malinis na po yung bigas. Ang bigas po, hanggang dito na po yung bigas. Ngayon nalagyan po siya. Yan po. Ay papantay lang po siya. Sa pagluluto po nito, tumatagal siya ng 25 minutes. Hindi siya pwedeng pagluto po ng ganyan. Kaya nakalibilo siya. Ngayon nakakita natin po ng tubig. Gagawin natin yung pinakatakip niya. At ilalak siya. Kaya pa yung pagluluto. At sa ulam naman po ganyan. Ito naman po, kahit na-press bamboo siya, nagkakaroon din siya tinatawag ng tutong. Kaya bubutas din yung kailangan ko ito. Sa pagluluto po yan, kalahating oras, luto kawalo yan. Ngayon, malapit ng Pasko, 3 buwan na lang po. Di ba napapanood natin sa TV, sumasabog yung mga daliri natin. Nag-aalala tayong mga magulang, sumasabog yung mga daliri dahil nga sari-sari paputok. Dito po sa amin, kahit nasa bahay kami, kahit yung mga anak namin nasa malayo, hindi kayo mag-aalala. Dahil ito po ay tinatawag na warning device. Walang pagka-aksidente. Ito para sumaya lang po yung Pasko sa New Year. At sarado po yan. Bukas naman po yan. Importante, papantay po natin. Kasi bibigyan po natin yung dalawang taga po siya. Isa, dalawa. Isa. Sa Tagalog po ito tinatawag na palakapak. O sa English po, warning device. May tuhol po siya sa magkabilang gilid. At bibigyan po natin sa siya. At hawakan po sa dulo po at ipapasok po natin yung isang daliri. Diba pa walang pagka-aksidente. Masaya po yung Pasko sa kaluya.
Let's go.
Ang unang escape po yan, Aalisin po natin, didiktikin muna po natin. Ito po, para ano po, pagpili po siyang pagpalabong ng buhok. Para bumango po yung buhok natin, lalagyan natin ngayon ng kalamansi. Ayan po. O, nung balik po yan, alisin po natin. O, pag nasa jungle, na dito sa gitna ng gubat, walang pamilya ng mga sahol. Ito lang po ang ginagamit namin. Ngayon, nabitigyan po natin. At lalagyan natin ang konting tubig po siya. Ayan po siya. Ngayon po, muna natin. Siya.
Ay, nagsasabon.
Siya, o. Siya. Ito po talagang natural talaga siya. At kung maliligo tayo, may tabo, kukuhanin lang yung bula at lalagyan natin ng kalamansi para pili siya pampalabog ng buhok at pampalis po ng dandruff. Yung tiba, pag matanda na tayo, kakaroon tayo ng alit para lumabog na po siya. So, ito talaga natural lang talaga siya. Ito po, pag nagamit po isang bisis, ngayon wala na po yan. Ngayon wala na po siya, ibibilad lang po siya at pwede pa siyang gamitin. Ito po, amin niyo po. Sarapin niyo, sir. Ito po. Bugos yan po.
Bango. Okay.
Sapa, or may ano po, sa parang ngayon, pag summer, matutuyo yung tubig. Ay, kayo, bamboo water.
Dating kuya.
Opo, ito po, tuloy po, ito lang, ito pa po. Bawyo.
Paano malalaman ko tunay?
Pure honey.
May naanong phosphorus.
O, tipo, tipen niyo po.
So, just finished our day here at Pamulaklakin Forest Trail, and we were able to meet the very famous Tatay Kasoy Esteban. He was one of the first guides here in inside the Subic forest. So now we're back to where we started, back to the convention center. With the seat. Room tour of Le Charme. It's a very interesting place. They don't have water because they don't use plastic bottles, so you have to get your water outside. And I think this is very popular among bikers, so they have a bike rack. Nice. And this is the room, very huge room. I like that there's a sofa on the side, very large bed, and this is the dresser, the desk where can you do some working. And I think let me just see what's outside. Oh, this is Subic and Duty Free Shop. And then let's return to the bedroom, which I like very much. And let's go to the bathroom. Okay, automatic. Oh, so we have a bathtub. We have a shower. And again, no plastic bottles. There's a dispenser. Very nice. So I like this hotel very much. Okay. That's a room tour of the charm. Welcome to Japan.
Sabi ko, ganda na.
President of our association.
So, bago pa tayo mag-isa magluto, ma'am sir, bago siya makakita ko ng exhibition, click sa ating spatula at ko po. Okay, let's start now.
Wow. Usay ni Kuya.
Japanese like
Kaya ko din yan.
Kayo ka nga tapos spin ka doon.
Wala na yan!
Alright, let's start.
Fried rice.
So, maglalaro tayo ng ikot sa mga ujig maglaro.
Si Lane daw.
Si Lane? Lane yan.
Ano tayo magsabi pero ano...
Pero naku.
Tony Fowler pa nun. Nakinig sa isa
Bakit ka naka talaga? Ilan na eggs mo?
Sa akin po, dalawa na. Okay po.
Uy!
Wala, kinakabahan niya.
Hindi ano ako po?
Boom. 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 Ay, tama.
Soya soup na yun.
Aniwalain ka.
Volleyball ako, spell volleyball.
Garlic butter.
Sino?
Parang ano, maski wala ng ulam, pwede na.
Kanin pa lang yan, ha?
Kanin pa lang.
Ulam na.
We're having vegetables.
Vegetables are
sabi siya kulay sa kanya.
Yes.
Wala yung pinaka-ano.
mo naman po.
Yung mga niluto. Pili ko kaya rin ni NJ yan. NJ, pakipaan mo nga kami.
Ito kasi yung magpapasarap.
Ayan. Lay. Para sa iyo yan. Happy ka, Lay?
Ito yung banana ko.
Ay, tagal yung ano-ano. Tagal butter.
Dessert like garlic butter.
Yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle, drizzle, drizzle. Oh, pa! Kala mo aapoy ah. Natakot ka no.
Kakapoy talaga po yan.
Hello. Nag-aapoy, naglalablang.
Are we in green?
Yeah.
Ay, nalagyan na nga.
Doon sa rice. Fried ice cream to.
Ayan. May cherry pa.
Social naman ngayon. Bakit pag ako chef, walang kanina? Parang gusto ko magselos.
Uy, meron po.
Uy, grabe naman.
Ay, gusto ko sana yung susulat yung pangalan.
Ayun. As at the charm.
So they've asked me to share a story. How did you harness using sports in developing your community and how to get them to love the environment? So I'll start off, tell a little bit of a story. I was born here, not from Zambales, but in central north. My dad was from Pangasinan, my mom's from way, way up north. Let's all go back. Everyone here are 12 years old. If you can choose in this picture, what would you rather do? To be playing at the beach or to be collecting trash? What do most people would pick? What do most 12-year-olds would pick? A, right? They want to have fun. Well, why do we have to choose? Is that a good question? Why do we have to choose? Why not both? At araw-araw, we get to play while we become stewards of the environment. Right? Why does someone have to lose in order for you to win? Right? 7 habits of highly effective people. Habit number 4. Think, win, win.
And I will be your tourist guide for today. So we will have our tour at the De La Llana Farm and the Mount Pinatubo Brewery. So Subic is a Freeport, Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Ang head po ng agency ng nagmamanage ng Freeport po is the SBMA or the Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. Under the Association of Republic Act 7227. American time, that area was being called Softball Field 1 and 2.
Ay, ginawa ka na inayos na.
Softball Field 1 and 2. American time po siya. And then, yung banding time po ng mga Amerikano noon, tinatawag po nila itong Liberty. And then, mahilig po talaga sila sa softball. Yung po yung pinaka-bonding time or yung po na yung liberty time ng mga Amerikano. And now, as a Freeport, ginawa na po namin siyang Subic Gym Sports Complex. Na kung natin. And then, on your left again, yan po yung ating Spanish Gate. So, mamaya magkakaroon po tayo ng konting history on how it became a U.S. naval base and to a Freeport. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng konting history from the Spanish, the Japanese, and then may tatakal na rin po natin yung ating kung paano po nagkaroon tayo ng Death March dito sa Subic. So we are now here po on your left yung ating isa sa mga accommodation natin, yung ating The Ritz Hotel. So bababa po tayo ngayon para magkakaroon lang po tayo ng konting discussion.
We are now here at the Baywalk in Subic.
Tinawag po itong Hellship Memorial dahil isa po itong ship na Japanese. Para po siyang cargo ship na tinatawag nila na Oryoko Maru. So Oryoko Maru po located lang po dyan, sa banda dyan. And then, kaya naman po tinawag na Hellship ang Oryoko Maru kasi nga po ito ay pinalubog ng mga Amerikano nung Japanese War. Kasi nga po, Japanese ship siya, pinakala nila ng mga alliance, American alliance na isang mga kaaway. And then pinasabog nila at pinalubog na hindi nila alam na lahat po ng POW alliance is nasa loob ng Oryoko Maru. So parang pinalubog o pinatay nila yung kanilang mga kasama. So kaya tinawag nilang Oryoko Hellship Memorial. So ladies and gentlemen, so we are now here in our tinatawag po nating Inang Laya statue.
Ano yun sa tawag?
Inang Laya statue. So Inang Laya statue, ito na po yung dinedicate ito para doon sa 12 senador na kumontra para palawakin pa yung Phil-American Treaty. Kasi po for almost 94 years na nag-stay ang mga Amerikano rito, noong 1990 po is nag-expired po yung Phil-American Treaty nila. And then they tried to continue pa po noong 1992 hanggang sa meron pong 12 senador na kumontra para i-extend pa. And then isa po sa mga 12 senador natin na noon is yung ating former president noon na si Joseph Ejercito Estrada. So isa po siya sa naging kumontra doon sa 12 senador. And then ito po yung mga pangalan nila. Ayan po, Joseph Ejercito Estrada, ayan po, Bobito Salonga, Aquino, Siga, ayan po. Tawag nating Children of the Sun Returning. Ayan. So, nagkaroon po tayo ng statue ng Children of the Sun Returning na nagsasaad po na kung ano po yung sa atin is naibalik na. Nangyari po ito noong 1996 na po natuluyan na talagang nakaalis yung mga Amerikano at talagang nasabi na natin na itong lugar na ito ay sa atin. Kaya po, noong 1996 nagkaroon po tayo ng APEC Summit. Na po, yung Asia Pacific Economic Convention, which is the 18 heads of the state, ay dito po natin in-accommodate, which is located po ngayon doon sa ating conflict area. So tinawag po natin Children of the Sun Returning kasi nga po meron na tayong malaya na tayo na nakikita kung ano po yung nasa atin. Kasi po, meron po from here, sa pundasyon, hanggang sa dulo po, is meron po siyang 120 feet. And then, kaya po naging 120 feet, Kasi po, itong pinaka-pundasyon niya rito, hanggang doon po sa dulo, is meron po siyang 8 feet. Ito po, 8 feet. Dinedicate po yung 8 feet na yun, doon po sa 8,000 volunteer na nag-volunteer para ma-secure po yung buong area. Kasi nga po, katulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, almost $8 billion worth of infrastructure ang iniwan ng mga Amerikano dito. And kailangan natin secured. And then kasama na po yung mga gamit sa office, sa mga building, sa mga bahay na iniwan nila. And then yung mga sasakyan din po nila. So dinidicate itong 8 feet na to sa 8,000 volunteer. And then yung pong taas, mula dyan po sa baba ng flagpole hanggang doon, we have almost 94 feet. Kasi nga po, almost 94 years po silang nag-stay dito. Yung mga Amerikano. So po, and then,
Building 229.
Isa to, kaya po siya naging 7 years. Pang-pito po siya na fleet na ginawa ng mga Amerikano outside their countries.
Andito na tayo sa Tuladiana pa. Dito sa May Castillejos, Zambales. Parang so may mga berries. Sa tabi ng bundok. Pwedeng sakyan ni Cinderella. Pwedeng sila mga lagi. Bunga, ang dami. Ano? Bunga ng kalamansi. Ano? Ayun, may mga bunga. Ayun, no? We are here at Pinatubo Brewery. So we're going to taste freshly brewed beer. Okay. Everybody in?
Yes. You want to come or?
Wow. You will explain the ingredients?
So, any idea how beer is made?
I tried during chemistry class, but
chemistry
wasn't successful.
Actually, I'm chemical engineer,
Oh.
so I'm still making beer. So you should have tried harder.
Okay.
Okay. So, any idea how old the story of beer is?
Yeah, like 150.
Time of
Christ.
Egyptian.
Before Christ.
Older than Adam and Eve.
The first evidence of beer they found in residues, which they date about 11,000 before Christi.
Oh.
And the first evidence they found on barley beer, so made with barley, is about 3,500 before Christi.
Wow.
So beer is actually really, really old. Different recipes, because hops is relatively new to beer. It's only since about 1000 after Christi. So before they used all other kinds of things to spice up beer. Hops is like the spice for beer. Some other interesting fact about beer is, to beer related is one of the first food purity laws. So to this time, Bavaria was independent, not part of Germany. Bavaria invented a beer purity law. And basically it says you can make beer from water, actually barley, and some spices. It didn't identify too much the spices. The reason why they did that, because to this time they actually put in mushrooms, magic mushrooms, you know, such things. So some people actually died. That was one reason, but there was another reason. The brewer used wheat, and to this time wheat was short, so beer was in competition with bread. So they had to do something to have enough bread for their population. Okay, now very quick, beer is made of grains. It's called malt, which is usually barley, sometimes it's wheat, it's also other corns, other things like that. It's malted. Malted means you take basically the seeds, you bring them to sprout, and then you kill them, you dry them off. The reason you do that is because when the plant is starting to grow, they actually produce an enzyme. And this enzyme converts the starch in this seed into sugar. So the plant does that to make growth. So brewers use that to make alcohol. Then the other ingredient for beer is yeast. It looks like you're making yeast at home. It's not, believe me. It's a very specific kind of yeast, because yeast influence to 60–70% the taste of the beer. So you have different yeasts for lager beers, Pilsner, you have different yeast for ales, and so on. And the last one is hops. As I said, not that old, only about 1,000 years. You can smell, maybe somebody can tell me what it smells like. Something similar?
I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, it looks like it's marijuana.
There we go.
He knows.
Actually, hops belongs to the same plant as cannabis, the same family. Only, unfortunately, no HCT. So don't try to smoke it or something useless. We are eco-friendly. We have decided a long time ago we will not go in cans. Because cans, you know, easily you drink it, kick it somewhere. So everything what goes outside from here goes either in bottles or in kegs. And this is all reusable. So we charge deposit for bottles, we want them back, fill them again. So we clean it, fill it, go again. They can go 30, 40 times, easy. It's different from what we used to do many years ago. We actually ferment under pressure. That means while the yeast is eating the sugar and VV is alcohol, it poops carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide it poops we use to carbonize the beer. So we don't use extra carbon dioxide, only for transferring vessels. That's where we use it. And then, lastly, you see this black pipe here. Actually, a big portion of our beer is consumed in the restaurant. So there's nothing in between. It's just this pipe. And upstairs we have a draft station where the beer flows out.
So we just learned how beer is made, so it's time to try the beers. A nice view of Mount Patlakin. So we now have a nice view.
Ay, wow! Draft.
Okay lang ako sa next one si Crab. Meron kasi yung San Juan.
Marami na. Sa paate. Ay, wait, may pag-cheese.
Light lang itong 5%. Yeah, that's why
ano yung hint niya?
Hint? At meron ang hint. Gusto ko yung pa-hint mo. Cheers.
So we're having German food. Ano ba ito? Pretzel.
Nagkano tayo?
Hello mga ka-senior, as we sit here at Pinatubo Brewery overlooking the beautiful Mount Patlakin here in San Antonio in Zambales. I'd like to end my vlog here. It's been a nice, wonderful 2 days here in Zambales, in SBMA in particular. We were invited here by the NLEX Corporation who brought us to SBMA Convention Center to attend the Central Luzon Sustainable Tourism Summit. And we were very happy to witness how the Central Luzon people are committing to carbon neutrality by 2030 to reduce carbon emission by 75%. So there are plenty of lectures and presentations during the seminar, which we're very happy to listen to and to hear how several organizations have taken steps to make sure that we will have a greener and better environment in the near future by reducing carbon emission. Aside from that, we were also very happy to join several tours arranged by the Department of Tourism in SBMA and in Zambales. First, we were able to join the Pamulaklak tour wherein we visited the Aita village inside the SBMA. They are the original inhabitants of Zambales, and we're very happy to see and witness that they still are able to serve their cultures and tradition. They showed us how to make fires, how to cook using bamboo, and many others. We were able to go through the forest trail together with our Aita guide. After that, we were able to visit the La Lana farm in Castillejos, where we saw the 24 hectares farm planted with many fruit-bearing trees like calamansi, mango, of course, and many others. And we saw that the farm is also turning into a camping area for those who really enjoy nature. And then finally, we were able to visit this Pinatubo Brewery, wherein we saw how beer is being made, the complete process, and my colleagues were able to taste how delicious the local craft beer is. Aside from that, we stayed at a very nice hotel, The Charm, wherein it's actually a very friendly to sports enthusiasts because inside the room there are bike racks and there's so many items that the sport enthusiasts really needs when they travel to Subic. And finally, we have we tasted one of the best teppanyaki in Northern Luzon. This is the Tepan 101 here at SBMA, wherein we tasted some of the best teppanyaki, chicken, and beef, and vegetables, and many others. So it's been a great day to really witness how sustainable the tourism industry is going here in Zambales and SBMA and Central Luzon. With that, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this vlog. So if you have a chance to visit this area, make sure that you book and stay at this sustainable tourism places. Maraming salamat panonood. Until our next vlog. See you soon.